It is time now for our first BBC Upload guest. Now, Friday is the show where you can get your content played right here on BBC Radio Merseyside. It's very, very simple. All you got to do is upload anything you like to our uploader. Now, those things can be anything. They can be things from poems to plays to personal experiences to podcast snippets to you doing a monologue from your favourite movie. Literally anything you like. Just go to bbc.co.uk/upload and we'll give it a listen. Whatever it is we like, we'll put on the show. But I will give you one tip, though. Make it radio friendly. A few people have sent us some stuff that's got some naughty words in there, and obviously that can't go out. So, play stuff that we can play. Like this gentleman right now. This week's upload is a sketch, and the sketch is called The Job Interview. It's written by a gentleman by the name of Liam Gillis, who I'm going to speak to after you've heard his sketch. So, with that being said, Liam, take it away.
Well, we've talked about your education and your employment history, some of the biggest companies in the world. I'll say it, I'm impressed. On paper, you're a perfect fit for the role, but I do need to know a little bit more about you, so tell me something interesting about yourself.
Okay, well, I collect vintage kites, big kitist. I volunteer for a soup kitchen twice a week. Wow. I'm an avid cyclist. Mm-hmm. Oh, and one time I punched a horse.
I'm sorry?
Yeah, no, I know, it's a bit strange. But actually, the history of kite collecting, kiteism...
No, not that. The last thing you said.
The soup kitchen. It's like a kitchen...
the horse thing?
Oh, yes, I punched a horse once.
What possible reason would you have to punch a horse?
It snuck up on me.
It snuck up on you?
Yeah, it was dark. I was on a country road. Something came clomping up behind me, so I assumed it was a mugger, as anyone would. So, I bashed it one.
You said it came clomping. If it was clomping, then you must have known it was a horse.
In my defence, I was pretty drunk when this happened.
I have to say, I'm finding it very strange that you're mentioning this in an interview scenario.
Why?
Your qualifications are stellar. Until a few seconds ago, I thought you were a great candidate and a normal person. Now you're telling me you're some sort of drunken horse puncher. I mean, why bring it up?
Well, I read it's good to stand out in interviews. Have you talked to anyone else today who's beat a horse into a coma?
A coma?
Well, that's what its owner is claiming in the lawsuit.
I don't think I want to go into business with someone who's in litigation over the assault of a horse.
Really? So what? Me and the £30 million of business I bring with me should just toddle off and go work somewhere else then?
30 million?
30 million? You heard correct. I have a lot of loyal clients. Where I go, they go.
Well, I suppose it did sneak up on you.
And it was self-defence.
It's the owner who's to blame, really.
As the court case will prove.
And a horse is about 90 stone of lean, angry muscle. It could have really done a number on you.
In the interest of full disclosure, it was rather small.
How do you mean?
It was yay big.
This is a telephone interview.
I am holding my hand approximately 4 foot above the floor. 4 feet tall.
You punched a pony?
No, come on. I'm not a monster. It was one of those tiny horses.
You punched a Shetland pony?
A full-grown one.
Right, I'm not going to offer you this job.
It was the kite collecting, wasn't it? Too weird?
Okay, I'm hanging up now.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much for that one, Liam. That was our latest offering from Upload, the job interview sketch, and that was taken from the Barmy Nonsense sketch show.
Upload. Get yourself on the BBC with Jermaine Foster on BBC Radio Merseyside.
That was our latest offering from the BBC Uploader, the job interview sketch taken from Barmy No Nonsense sketch show site, very graciously uploaded to us. We definitely need to know a bit more about that one. So joining me now is the writer of that sketch, Liam Gillis. Hi, Liam.
Hi, how you doing?
Very well, my friend. Thank you very much for joining us on the Upload show. It's great to have you on.
Great to be here.
So, this sketch that you've sent us, this is a perfect example of what I talk about every week on the Upload Show. Like, we want all kinds of things sent in to us. You know, the past few weeks we've had people sending us bits in from their podcasts. We've had a couple of poets reciting stuff from their poets. You're the first one to send us a comedy sketch segment. So thank you very much for opening the doorway to that side of the world as well.
Oh, well, you're going to get a whole flood of them coming through now, mate.
You're going to be the man to blame if we start getting all kinds of stuff coming in. But so tell us a bit about yourself then, Liam. What now we had a little chat before then. Like, you're not fully part of the Barmy Nonsense sketch show, but it was something that you sent your clip into.
Yeah, I'm what you would call an independent writer, which is just a posh way of saying unemployed guy who does a lot of writing. So as my unemployed writing job, I go on the BBC writers' room every now and again to see what the opportunities are there. One of them was for Barmy Nonsense. We're looking for sketches. I was like, hey, I've got a folder full of sketches here. I'll send something through. And they put 2 of them on their show. So it's on radio on Cornwall, but then they upload it to their YouTube channel as well.
Cool. Is this the type of stuff that we normally hear from you?
Yes, I am stuck firmly in the world of comedy. I'm actually doing an MA in comedy now. So by this time next year, I'll be a master of comedy, which means everyone will have to laugh at everything I say.
Well, so far, I'm laughing naturally, mate. You know, this isn't my normal, maybe I should laugh now laughs. These are my real laughs.
Right. So I've just wasted that £10,000 on that MA, have I?
So tell us a bit about this sketch then that we just heard, the horse sketch.
What can you say about the horse sketch? They put it up as horse puncher, which I think kind of gives away the punchline a bit.
It does kind of give that away.
Well, this is where my talking about comedy comes into. More than writing about comedy, I also have a YouTube channel where I just talk about comedy. And one of the things I got to on there was sketches need to have the premise put at the front of them, which is not really what the training is, because you're taught to think of it as like a joke. You know, why did the chicken cross the road to get to the other side? Yeah. That's the end at the end. But
build up to
when you put it exactly the build up in the sketch is that comes after the punchline. So once you've got the punchline out the way, the audience is like, well, where's this going now? And then while they're thinking about what it's going to be, you can catch them off guard by piling on jokes.
Thankfully, when I heard this the first time, I didn't see their title in. I just saw the job interview sketch. So as I was listening to it, and then the whole part about I punched a horse, I did actually start laughing. I was like, wait, what did he just say? It was really funny. So what kind of platforms then would you I mean, I know you go onto the BBC site as well. Are you trying to get into other things? How difficult is it for a comedy writer?
Oh my, it's very hard. It's a full-time job. I'm here at this desk 6 hours a day. You
don't necessarily know that other people are going to find it funny. I mean, just because you might giggle and laugh, and you don't know. So how nervous and how much, what's the process in putting like something like that together? Is it just hope?
I have a podcast called Edquiring Minds that I write with a friend of mine. It's a fictitious interview. So, he plays an interviewer, and then I play a different character coming on to be interviewed about something. And you spend all this time working on it, and you put it out there, and then, nothing comes back to it.
And the world of social media as well is such a strange one, because you could make a sketch today that nobody really clicks onto, but then 2 years later, some random thing could happen that references back to that sketch, and all of a sudden, it blows up. So you never know.
It's bizarre. Yeah, like when I was talking before about my YouTube channel, tophatsandcanes.com, I make these videos called Let Me Tell You Why That's Funny, where I look at like comedy series and sketches with like quote unquote critical lens. Now I spent hours working on some of them, put them up, no interest at all. But I put one up about Fry and Laurie just because I'm a big fan of Fly, and you think that wouldn't resonate with people because it's an older show, but it's one of the most popular videos. You don't know. It's just guesswork. Unfortunately, that's the game. Like, you've just got to keep powering through. It's like, well, it makes me laugh. It'll get to someone eventually.
I mean, the world of a comedy writer, what would be the ideal?
At this point, I just want a paid, steady gig writing. But my goal now is to use what I'm learning on the MA and the industry links from the MA, just sitcom. Yeah, nice steady sitcom for Liam.
I mean, the sketch show type thing. I mean, we don't have too many sketch shows nowadays. I mean, back in the day,
They come and go, don't they?
we had so many back. I mean, I remember growing up, and you had so many like Fast Show, Harry Enfield, you know, Real McCoy, and nowadays, obviously, we're stuck in the midst of COVID. Boredom is the main thing we're all trying to get over. Someone like yourself, who, you know, I'm guessing going out and about on the town and seeing people and watching people's reactions is probably a lot of the where you get a lot of your inspiration from. How are you finding, you know, lockdown this last year?
To be honest with you, it's been the best time of my creative life.
Oh, wow, okay.
Like getting these sketches on it. I got a play on the radio as well, and the article, everything, no distractions, of all these ideas that I've had written down for ages that I'm now forced to work on.
Us being in the middle of this COVID now, this is almost like a great time for the creatives then, not so much as I'm thinking of it a different way, thinking of, oh, you're just going to be sitting around bored, but actually it's a time when you can finally start putting pen to paper and actually putting some work in.
That's how Barmy Nonsense came up. They're just recording all their lines separately. They all just chuck them together at the end for a show. There's more writers with more time on the hand just think, well, you know, I wouldn't usually put in for this, but, you know, I've got some time to kill. Let me just see what I can come up with.
You've mentioned a few of the platforms that you've got yourself on.
Yes.
Where can people find more about you and hear some more of these comedy brilliant ideas?
My website's tophatsandcanes.com. Instagram and Twitter are at TNC Pods. And if you search on Spotify for Inquiring Minds with Stephen Edwards or John Catch, you'll find both of those podcasts. And of course, we can't forget Barmy Nonsense on YouTube.
Awesome. Liam, absolute pleasure having you on the Upload Show, mate. I can't wait to watch one of your sitcoms in the future. And when this does happen, remember us little people. Don't forget us.
Oh, I will.
You know, we knew you before you were huge.
Mate, I'm going to keep it local, you know what I mean? It's going to be proud northern boy. He's going to do good one of these days.
Thanks a lot, mate.
Thank you.
Big thanks to Liam Gillis for getting in touch with us and uploading to our uploader. It's as simple as that. Fantastic job there, Liam. Thank you very much. If you'd like to feature on a future upload show, just visit bbc.co.uk/upload and do just that. Upload something you've created onto the uploader and I'll be chatting to you. I can't wait.